Imagine a time in the 11th century, a period when the Tibetan plateau was undergoing a cultural and spiritual transformation. This was a time of great change, a time when old systems were crumbling, and new ones were being born. The political landscape was in a state of flux, with powerful clans vying for control over the vast Tibetan plateau. Amidst this political unrest, there was also a spiritual awakening taking place. Buddhism, having arrived from India a few centuries earlier, was now taking root, reshaping the spiritual landscape of Tibet. This was not a smooth transition, however. The old beliefs and the new faith often clashed, leading to a period of social upheaval. Yet amidst this turbulence and change, there were also moments of great beauty and profound transformation. Into this world of chaos and spiritual renewal, a boy named Milarepa was born. Born in 1052 in the village of Kiangatsa, Milarepa's life began with promise, only to be shattered by tragedy. Milarepa was no ordinary child. He was born into affluence, the son of a prosperous businessman. His early years were filled with laughter and joy, the world his playground, and a promising future laid out before him. But this idyllic childhood was not destined to last. When Milarepa was still very young, his father fell ill and passed away, leaving his family's wealth and property in the care of his brother and sister-in-law until Milarepa came of age. His father's passing marked the beginning of a drastic shift in Milarepa's life. His aunt and uncle, entrusted with safeguarding his inheritance, betrayed his trust. They seized the family wealth, reducing Milarepa and his mother to a life of servitude. From a life of comfort and affluence, Milarepa was thrust into a world of hardship and poverty, a bitter pill to swallow for the young boy. This betrayal was a harsh introduction to the reality of human greed and deception. His mother, filled with resentment and anger, planted the seeds of vengeance in Milarepa's heart. She encouraged him to seek retribution against their treacherous relatives, to reclaim their rightful inheritance and restore their lost dignity. This suggestion found fertile ground in the young Milarepa's heart, nurturing a growing desire for revenge. But little did Milarepa know, this path of vengeance would eventually lead him to a profound spiritual awakening, a journey that would transform him from an avenger into a revered spiritual teacher. It was indeed a dark path that lay before him, but one that would eventually be illuminated by the light of wisdom and compassion. The seeds of vengeance were sown in the young Milarepa's heart, leading him down a dark path. Guided by his mother's thirst for revenge, Milarepa embarked on a journey into the world of black magic. In the midst of familial treachery and a life of servitude, young Milarepa found himself driven by a force darker than the deepest abyss. His mother's words, laced with venomous rage and desperate for justice, sparked a flame within him, a flame that would lead him down a path of vengeance, a path that twisted and turned into the dark heart of sorcery. Driven by his determination, Milarepa sought out a sorcerer, a man renowned for his potent and deadly craft. Under this master, he quickly became a formidable apprentice, absorbing the dark arts like a sponge. His sole purpose was to wield this newfound power against his deceitful relatives who had wronged his family. As the day of reckoning approached, Milarepa's heart pounded with anticipation and dread. His years of training had led him to this moment. He unleashed his wrath, casting a spell of destruction that decimated his relatives' grand feast, leaving nothing but devastation in its wake. The sweet taste of revenge was short-lived, replaced by a sour taste that lingered. For all the power he commanded, Milarepa could not shield himself from the emotional aftermath. He had exacted his revenge, but at what cost? The guilt of his actions began to weigh heavy on his soul. His heart ached with remorse as he realized the pain he had inflicted on others, mirroring the pain his family had endured. The faces of his relatives, twisted in fear and agony, haunted his every waking moment. The once triumphant flame of vengeance had turned into a blazing fire of guilt and regret. He had avenged his family, but he had also become a murderer, a puppet of the very darkness he had sought to wield. Haunted by the consequences of his actions, Milarepa yearned for redemption. In the echoes of his guilt, a new journey began to unfold, a journey that would transform him from a vengeful sorcerer into one of Buddhism's most revered figures. Yet that is a story for another scene. In search of salvation, Milarepa turned to a Buddhist master, Marpa, who would change his life forever. This was the beginning of a journey that would test Milarepa's resolve to its limits. A journey that would lead him through trials and tribulations in pursuit of enlightenment. a journey that would transform him from a man burdened by guilt and revenge into a beacon of wisdom and serenity. Marpa, known for his profound understanding of Buddhist teachings, was not an easy master. He was renowned for testing his students' dedication and perseverance, and Milarepa was no exception. When Milarepa first approached Marpa, he was not immediately accepted as a student. Instead, Marpa demanded that Milarepa prove his commitment through a series of grueling tasks. This was a period of intense hardship for Milarepa. He was subjected to countless tests of endurance and patience, from building and then dismantling towers of stone single-handedly to enduring harsh winters without proper clothing. But Milarepa was unwavering. His past sins weighed heavily on his conscience, and he was resolute in his quest for redemption. In these trials, Milarepa found not just physical and mental challenges, but a mirror to his own inner self. His perseverance was a testament to his unwavering commitment to the path of enlightenment. It was a lesson that the path to salvation was not easy, but it was a path that demanded unwavering dedication and an unyielding spirit. Eventually, Marpa, recognizing Milarepa's enduring determination, initiated him into the profound teachings of Buddhism. This was a turning point in Milarepa's life. He began to immerse himself in the teachings, meditating for long periods, often in isolation. His thirst for knowledge was insatiable, his dedication absolute. In the silence of his meditation, Milarepa began to experience profound insights. He began to understand the nature of his own mind, the interconnectedness of all beings, and the impermanence of life. He realized that his past actions, born from anger and desire, were the root cause of his suffering. This understanding was a significant step towards his spiritual awakening. Despite the hardships he faced, Milarepa's spirit remained undeterred. He continued to meditate, often in extreme conditions. His body bore the brunt of his rigorous practices, withering to a mere shadow of its former self. Yet his spirit was as strong as ever. He was determined to attain enlightenment in this very life, a goal that was considered nearly impossible in his time. And then, after years of relentless pursuit, it happened. Milarepa experienced a spiritual awakening. The veil of ignorance was lifted, and he saw the truth of existence as clear as daylight. He attained enlightenment, becoming a fully realized yogi. His transformation was complete, from a tormented soul seeking revenge to a revered yogi radiating wisdom and compassion. Milarepa's journey to enlightenment was not a journey of ease and comfort. It was a journey of perseverance, of unwavering determination, and of profound inner transformation. It was a journey that demonstrated the power of redemption and the possibility of change. It was a testament to the fact that no matter how far one has strayed, there is always a path back, a path that leads to inner peace, wisdom, and enlightenment. After years of hardship and persistence, Milarepa experienced a spiritual awakening that would transform him into one of Tibet's most revered yogis. His life serves as an inspiring example for all those who seek to tread the path of enlightenment, reminding us that the journey may be arduous, but the destination is profoundly liberating. Milarepa's unique approach to teaching Buddhism was through songs and poems which resonated deeply with the common people. Milarepa's teachings were not confined to monastic halls or scholarly discourses. Instead, they were weaved into the rhythm of everyday life, encapsulated in songs that echoed through valleys and inscribed in poems that were recited in homes. His teachings were a harmonious blend of wisdom and simplicity, making the profound truths of Buddhism accessible to all. One of the most significant aspects of Milarepa's teachings was his emphasis on the impermanence of life. He often sang of how life is like a dewdrop on a blade of grass, fleeting and transient. He urged his followers to contemplate on this impermanence, to realize that every breath could be our last. This sense of urgency, he believed, would drive us to seek the truth, to strive for liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Another cornerstone of Milarepa's teachings was the concept of karma. He taught that every action, every word, every thought leaves an imprint on our mind stream, shaping our future experiences. He likened karma to a seed which, when sown, inevitably bears fruit. Through his songs and poems, he reminded people that we are the architects of our destiny, and that every moment presents an opportunity to sow seeds of positivity and compassion. Milarepa also emphasized the importance of meditation. He saw it as a powerful tool for self-transformation, a way to cultivate mindfulness and awaken the innate wisdom within us. He often retreated to remote caves for intense periods of meditation, where he experienced profound realizations. He encouraged his followers to make meditation an integral part of their lives. guiding them with instructions that were practical and easy to understand. Perhaps one of Milarepa's most famous teachings is the Song of Mahamudra, a profound meditation practice that leads to the direct realization of the nature of mind. In this song, Milarepa describes the mind as a clear and luminous sky, and thoughts as clouds passing through this sky. He taught that through the practice of Mahamudra, one can learn to observe thoughts without getting entangled in them, ultimately realizing the unchanging, ever-present awareness that is our true nature. Milarepa's teachings, though rooted in the 11th century, remain timeless. They cut through cultural and religious boundaries, reaching the hearts of people across the globe. His songs continue to echo, his poems still inspire, and his teachings continue to illuminate the path to liberation. Milarepa's teachings continue to inspire and guide millions of people on their spiritual journeys. Milarepa's journey from a vengeful sorcerer to a revered spiritual guide is a testament to the transformative power of Buddhism. His life was a tapestry of trials and triumphs, a testament to the human spirit's resilience and the transformative power of faith. His story is not just a historical account, but a timeless parable, a beacon for those wandering in the darkness of ignorance and suffering. Buddhism is a journey, and Milarepa's life is one of the most profound journeys in its annals. As a young man, he used his powers for vengeance, causing suffering and chaos. But as he matured, Milarepa came to understand the true essence of his abilities. He turned away from his destructive path and embarked on a spiritual quest, seeking redemption and enlightenment. His journey was not easy. It was marked by hardship, sacrifice, and deep introspection. But Milarepa persevered, guided by his unwavering faith in the teachings of his master, Marpa. He meditated in caves, surviving on nothing but nettle soup. Yet, through his trials, Milarepa found not just enlightenment, but also the wisdom to guide others on their spiritual journeys. Milarepa's teachings continue to resonate with people across the globe. His life is a testament to the transformative power of Buddhism and the possibility of redemption and enlightenment for all. His teachings emphasize the importance of meditation, compassion, and the understanding of the nature of reality. They provide practical guidance for those on the path to enlightenment, offering a roadmap to inner peace and spiritual liberation. The legacy of Milarepa is far-reaching. His teachings have been passed down through generations, inspiring countless individuals on their spiritual journeys. His life and teachings are a cornerstone of Tibetan Buddhism, but their influence extends beyond geographical and cultural boundaries. They continue to inspire and guide people across the world, irrespective of their faith or background. Milarepa's story is not just a tale of one man's journey to enlightenment. It is a testament to the transformative power of faith and the indomitable human spirit. It is a reminder that no matter how far we may stray from the path, redemption and enlightenment are always within reach. It is an enduring symbol of hope, resilience, and the transformative power of Buddhism. His legacy continues to live on in the hearts and minds of those who seek spiritual liberation. His teachings continue to guide and inspire, shedding light on the path to enlightenment. His life is a beacon, illuminating the way for those lost in the darkness of ignorance and suffering. Milarepa's life is a testament to the transformative power of Buddhism. His journey from a vengeful sorcerer to a revered spiritual guide is a beacon of hope and inspiration. His teachings continue to guide, enlighten, and inspire those on their spiritual journeys. His legacy is a testament to the enduring power and relevance of his teachings. Even after 1,000 years, Milarepa's life and teachings continue to illuminate the path to enlightenment for those who seek it.